Drug design is the process of discovering and developing new medications to treat diseases and disorders. The development of new drugs has revolutionized modern medicine, improving quality of life and extending lifespan. The drug discovery process is a complex and iterative process that involves a series of steps, from target identification and validation to clinical development and regulatory approval. The drug discovery process typically involves 4 key stages: target identification and validation, hit identification and screening, lead optimization, and preclinical and clinical development. The identification and validation of a suitable drug target is crucial for the success of the drug discovery process. High-throughput screening allows for the rapid screening of large libraries of compounds to identify potential drug candidates. Clinical development and regulatory approval. Proteins are often targeted by drugs as they play critical roles in disease pathways. Techniques such as genome-wide association studies, transcriptomics, and proteomics can be used to identify and validate drug targets. Examples of successful drug targets include the human epidermal growth factor receptor 2, HER2, in breast cancer, and the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator, CFTR, in cystic fibrosis. A hit is a compound that shows activity against a specific target or disease pathway. Methods for hit identification and screening include high-throughput screening, virtual screening, and fragment-based screening. Modern methods for hit identification, such as virtual screening, have the advantage of being faster and more cost-effective than traditional methods, such as random screening. A lead is a compound that has been identified as a potential drug candidate and is optimized to improve its pharmacological properties. Techniques for lead optimization include structure-activity relationship (SAR) studies, medicinal chemistry, and computer-aided drug design. Balancing efficacy, safety, and pharmacokinetics is crucial for developing a successful drug candidate. Pharmacokinetics refers to the study of the absorption, distribution, metabolism, and elimination of drugs in the body, while pharmacodynamics refers to the study of the effects of drugs on the body. Factors that affect drug absorption, distribution, metabolism, and elimination include route of administration, drug solubility, and drug interactions. Understanding the pharmacodynamics of a drug is important for optimizing its efficacy and minimizing adverse effects. Preclinical development involves testing a drug candidate in laboratory and animal models to assess its safety, toxicity, and pharmacokinetic properties. Types of preclinical studies conducted include in vitro studies, in vivo studies, and toxicology studies. Safety and toxicity testing is critical for ensuring. Clinical development involves testing a drug candidate in human clinical trials to assess its safety and efficacy. Clinical development is typically divided into 3 phases, with each phase involving progressively larger and more diverse groups of participants. The goals and outcomes of each clinical trial phase vary, with Phase 1 focusing on safety, Phase 2 on efficacy, and Phase 3 on effectiveness and regulatory approval. Regulatory approval is required before a drug can be marketed and sold to the public. Regulatory agencies such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, are responsible for evaluating the safety and efficacy of new drugs and ensuring that they meet quality standards. Post-marketing surveillance involves monitoring the safety and effectiveness of drugs after they have been approved for sale and is critical for identifying any rare or long-term adverse effects. Advances in fields such as genomics, proteomics, and artificial intelligence are likely to drive innovation and improve the drug discovery process in the coming years. Drug design faces numerous challenges, including high development costs and long development times, but also offers significant opportunities for improving patient outcomes and addressing unmet medical needs. Despite the challenges, continued investment in drug design is essential for improving public health and advancing scientific knowledge. A case study highlighting the drug design and development process for a specific drug can provide a detailed example of the steps involved in bringing a drug from concept to market. Drug design and development raises a number of ethical questions related to issues such as access to treatment, informed consent, and conflicts of interest. Examples of ethical issues include the use of animal models in preclinical testing, the inclusion of vulnerable populations in clinical trials, and the pricing of new drugs. Addressing ethical considerations is critical for ensuring that new drugs are developed and marketed in a way that is safe, equitable, and respectful of human dignity. Recap of the drug design and development process. A summary of the key stages and considerations involved in drug design and development can help to reinforce key concepts and highlight the complexity of the process. Importance of drug design and development. Emphasizing the importance of drug design and development for improving public health and addressing unmet medical needs can help to motivate continued investment in this area.